I love that they traded up for Justin Fields. But is that the right place for Justin Fields? Can Justin Fields be successful as a Chicago Bear under the tutelage of Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace?
Jay, that's a great question. Well, I was thinking about that when I was driving back. I'm a big Justin Fields supporter, and I think, and we were just talking about that with Get Up and different things. You know, it's so much pressure to put on a young man coming in to say he's got to save the job of the head coach. He's got to save the job of the GM. He's got to be the guy right now that elevates this team to, better than they were last year and do all the things necessary. He's coming in. Andy Dalton's there. Andy Dalton knows this league. This team, it doesn't have a lot of firepower on offense. Let's face facts here. So when you really look at Justin Fields, to put all that on him with a shorter preseason and to say he's got to be the guy opening week, I don't think so. I think they have to have a plan in place, and I think the GM and the head coach have to feel like we're not just here for this year. We're here beyond that. And to think that you're going to have to put a quarterback out there to save jobs. Justin Herbert last year wasn't going to be the guy until minutes before a game, Tyrod can't go. Hey, Justin, you're starting. And he went out and he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal the rest of the year. That doesn't happen that often, guys. So I looked at John Elway, one of the greatest of all times, and he wasn't ready to go. Steve DeBerg was ready that first year. Steve DeBerg was better than John Elway. Andy Dalton may be better than Justin Fields. It didn't mean John Elway was a bust and he's terrible, right? Okay? When he did, he looked pretty bad in games. I was at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. He looked like he couldn't move that team an inch, right? He couldn't get a first down. DeBerg comes in and boom, they're going down the field and they beat the Baltimore Colts. There's nothing wrong with some struggles as a rookie. That doesn't define your career. I just think it's way too much pressure to put on Justin Fields to be saving GMs and head coaches' jobs.
All right, Mel, I love your energy today, by the way, on a Monday after a busy weekend for you. So let me ask you something that we talked about at the very beginning of the show. 5 quarterbacks go in the first round. 3 of them obviously in the top 3. The team moves up to get the 4th one. Mac Jones is the 5th one. The Patriots get him. So out of these quarterbacks, it's always like these are the teams that clearly have been looking for quarterbacks, the perpetual search for a quarterback. So out of those 5 taken in the first round, which team found their guy that you say, franchise guy for the next 10 years, lock it in? Who will it be?
I think when you look at it, it's all the top group that is in the right situation if they are handled properly. And I go to Trevor as my guy, and then Justin was number 2, and Zach was number 3. I think Trey was the most fascinating, and has been and will be the most fascinating player. And he's in a fascinating situation because you have Jimmy G, whose only issue has been durability. Hasn't been ability. When he's played pretty well. I mean, he did lead him to a Super Bowl. He hadn't been able to stay healthy. And you got a 20-year-old quarterback with a one AA situation and 17 starts. That's asking a lot of Trey Lance. Mac Jones, that's just perplexing, guys. I know, Key, you think about New England. You got Cam. Cam's now 2nd year with this offense. This offense is tremendously different, completely different than what Mac Jones is going to run, which is the Brady offense. How do you adjust as an alignment, the personnel around the quarterback, say, well, we're going to be Cam, but now we're going to flip the Mac. So we're going to go back to the Brady way. Who are you committing to? If it's going to be Cam initially, I think Mac's going to have to wait. I think Cam, we saw it last year, designing plays specifically for basically a single wing type quarterback. That's not Mac Jones. So to me, I don't know how you figure it out in New England. When you go from Cam to Mac, you're changing things back to Brady. But right now we're going from Brady to Cam, and we're in year 2 with Cam, and we want to win some games. We've done all these great things. To me, perplexing is what I would say the word to describe the situation right now in New England.